Hi, it's about 7:30, 7:30 on the evening of February 6th, and I was going to make a typing blog post about things just because I haven't done it in a while. A lot of people would kind of like to know. Well, just because I felt like I needed to do it really, and then I thought, well, wait a minute, maybe I can do it with the camera, doing it via video as something different. So that's what I'm doing. Just kind of wanted to a little bit, well, it's not really. I don't really want to talk about the day-to-day things, because I'm still doing web development. That's my day gig. That is keeping me busy. The post-production sound for film work, that's also keeping me busy. The combination of the two. Pretty much, I cannot take a day off. Although a lot of times on weekends, I wind up taking the weekend off because I guess I just do. I need to stop doing that. Yeah. What's what I want to talk about? Well, there are two things that are interrelated. So, as some of you may or may not know, well, derp. So, this spring, or later this spring, I'm actually going to be producing and directing a short film. Now, film, it's actually a short film that I've actually written myself. Pardon? I just had dinner not too long ago, so still a little. Anyways, so this short film is basically about a crime scene photographer who is retiring, and he has a final project that he wants to finish. He has been noticing that the pictures that he's been taken of these crime scenes, of these dead bodies, that he's been getting there closer and closer to that moment of actual death. And now that he's noticed it, it's just been getting a little closer and closer and closer. And he wants to actually take a picture of that moment. And he enlists the help of his replacement that he's been training to finish that project. That's all I'm going to say about it. It's been a rather interesting process. It's been a process of exploration. Of asking myself, can I write? And if I can write, what do I write? This particular short is not the first short that I actually came up with. I actually wrote a few other shorts before that to kind of figure out the form. And also to remind myself that yes, I can write drama, because I remember back when I was in high school, however many years ago that was, I'm not going to say, you all can figure it out. But when I was there, I was in the drama department all 4 years of high school, and in the senior year we had a project that we did where we wrote a scene. And most of the people, I think the average length was about 3 or 4 pages. Mine was 11. So I kind of took it and ran with it, and I had kind of equal mix of drama and comedy, and it was about a family and kids and their family dealing with their parents. That's really what it was about. I can't remember much of the plot or anything like that. It was so long ago. Anyways, so yes, I knew that I could write drama. It was just a matter of, okay, what am I going to say? And looking at the script the way it is now, I know very much that Thane, the photographer, his character, and he's very, he could be me in 30 years. No, 20 years. His character and the way he's dealt with the shit of life could be how I deal with it. And the repercussions that he's going through, that frightens me. I don't want to go through what he is going through. I don't want to have the experience of life that brings him to the choices that he makes. In a sense, I am writing my own cautionary tale. I'm not talking to an audience. I'm not talking to anyone else. I'm talking to myself through this medium. And what am I trying to say? Don't let things get in the way of experience. Now, yeah, don't let things get in the way of experience. Don't hide behind screen. Be part of life. February. Not last month. February was not last month. February is this month. I have a roommate now. We moved in early part of January. And so that's very helpful. Not only for paying bills wise, but also just as a general sense of mental health. And now that Julian's here, being able to interact with someone, because I spend, maybe in any given week, maybe 15 hours of the month. God! 15 hours out of the week not here in this house. So having another person to interact with is really, really helpful for my own mental health. So I think things will be good in that regard. Julian and I, he's also a filmmaker, so we can sit there and talk shop, and which we have, and we show each other films, we talked about films and that kind of stuff. So the other thing that I want to talk about, something that happened or is happening to one of my friends, one of my game friends, and I lived with the guy for a year and a half, yeah. Lived the guy and his wife. They're separated. And they separated in November. And from the sounds of things, divorce is very much in the cards. Now, when that happened, I did not expect it at all. I had no inklings that there was any issues or any problems with their marriage and their family, because they have a 1-year-old son. And it hit me so hard. Why did it hit me so hard, I have to ask myself. Why? Why do I have such a problem? And I did have a problem. I was like, what in the world's going on? It makes no sense. It made no sense to me. And really, still, it makes no sense to me. But I also know that I can't, it's my experience of their relationship, which, because I'm not in that relationship, I have no clue as to what's going on. So I just have to accept it. I'm finding that hard. And I don't know what to do, or what to think, what to say. Now, he has found, or he has gone looking for comfort, for strength, and he's found it in God. He's found it in religion, which I totally understand. And he's found the Mormon faith, which I totally understand. No, I don't totally understand the Mormon faith. I will say that. Granted, I do have family, extended family, that are in the Mormon faith. I have friends that are in the Mormon faith. And you know what? Good. To me, this is my own opinion. I'm going to put this way. To me, it doesn't matter how you find your power. It doesn't matter how you find whatever it is that gives you the thing that you need to get through the day and make good choices. It doesn't matter. Whether that be through a religion, because I believe that all religions come from the same source. The hunt for connection to other people, and the hunt for love. And if that's each, the different sects and different religions, they have different traditions, they have different, I don't know if I want to say rituals, but they have different means of expressing a concept. And if one particular means resonates with you in such a way that it helps, if that particular means resonates with you more than some other means, that's what you go with. And, part of me says, I should not. I can't direct him the way he's going. I can't help him along his path. And yet part of me also says, well, maybe your help is part of his path. And so I'm just like, okay, just watch and wait. But support him in the path that he's going through, and support him in the path that he's on. And with the wife, I haven't really heard from her. And part of me is a little sad, and part of me is understanding. She wants to make her own life, then she wants to make her own life, separated from him. And it's a really interesting time that it's causing me, to reflect, to think. I'm still single. And that is one of my concerns. I don't want to be disconnected from people. And so what I have to do is actually reach out and connect with them. And I understand that. But I also understand that reaching out and trying to connect is hard. Because when you do that, you expose yourself to pain, or the possibility of pain. And a turtle, or that's the phrase that I use, is basically, you put the shell on, and when you put the shell on, then no one hurts you because you're in your shell. It's like water on the back of a duck. That's the right phrase? Something like that. It just peels right off of you. So all the shit in life, if you're turtled or you're a duck, it just rolls off your back and you're not affected by it. Well, yeah, but if you got a disease of that turtle, or if the duck got sick, then you can crouch up all you want to. You can put as much oil on your back as you want, but you're still sick. It's gotten into you. And doing all that kind of stuff, that just allows it to grow. Not to say sunlight is the best disinfectant, so I'm trying to let light in a little bit at a time. Of course, it was interesting. There was a party that I went to. It was a rap party for a film that I worked on. This was a couple weeks ago, and the hostess. We chatted briefly, but I just remembered this moment that the hostess and I had, because she touched my arm and we really weren't talking per se, but she touched my arm, and I touched her back on her arm. Now this is probably wrong, but you know, you get the idea. Living alone, well, not alone anymore, but I'm so far removed from people that just that moment of touch I've gone back to, I've thought back on. It's kind of a sad thing to think about. You know, that touch is so not part of my life that anytime it does happen, it turns into something. I just remembered that touch. That lingering touch on the arm. And it leads me back to my last girlfriend, when we weren't a couple. We went to dinner shortly after re-meeting, and because we had interacted before in the past, and it was like a 10-year gap, and she came back into my life, and you know, we went out to dinner. And I had interest in her before she moved out, or moved out of town. And when she moved back, I heard that she had moved back. I was like, well, I had interest there. You know, let's see if let's you know, try. And you know, she was the one who actually asked to go to dinner, and so we went to dinner, and we had dinner. It was at the Hot Cake House. Not that really matters anything, but we went there, and then let's see, how did it go? We stopped. I was parked not far away. I think we walked. No, she was parked closer to the restaurant, and she basically just gave me a lift out to my truck. And when we did, I got out, she got out, and we gave each other a hug. And as she was walking away, you know, we kind of did this kind of thing where our arms, you know, went down the arms, down to our hands, and I remember that I pulled on her fingertips because I didn't want to let go, because I wanted that connection. And with what happened here at this party, I had a similar thing. I had a similar reaction. I'm just mulled on it. You know, part of me wants to ask her whether she remembers that moment or anything. She probably doesn't, but I don't know. So yeah, it's about 7:50. I have things I want to work on. Things in life I'm going to change. Anyways, time to go. Time to work. I will see you later. I will talk. Ciao.